What up, Dokkaners? Coming up tonight, we've got another event dropping on global, the LR EZA for Boujack. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the event details. We're going to talk about the weakness and go over some sample team builds so that you guys can be ready to obtain 33 dragon stones. And then of course, if you guys are brand new, you'll also get some more stones from these different events that are also going to be coming back at the same time. So let's just jump in and take a look, shall we? This is the guy right here. What the heck happened to the leader skill? Why is that logo thingy missing? There we go. All right, so Boujack. This is not just Boujack, but this is Boujack full power, and it's actually labeled Galactic Warrior. So you can run this guy with other Boujacks, the ones that you're probably thinking. Extreme Int Key plus for 120%. For the Extreme Z Awakened super attack, raises defense for 1 turn, causes colossal, and massively lowers defense. For the 18 key, raises defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal, and raises extreme class allies attack by 40% for 1 turn. Since this is a 1 turn buff, you would want this guy ideally in a slot 1, slot 2. Does this guy measure up as a slot 1, slot 2 unit? Let's find out. For the passive, attack and defense plus 150, plus an additional attack boost by up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost, and an additional defense boost by up to 100. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost. Now, in theory, this does make a lot of sense, and this is probably the way you want to build it. However, not exactly the best in terms of being a slot 1 unit so far. Key plus 1 up to 5, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10 up to 50 for extreme class ally on the team. Changes tech to rainbow key spheres when there's another space traveling warriors category ally attacking in the same turn, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50 with 5 or more key spheres obtained. So no guard, no damage reduction, no dodge even. I was really hoping for something to give this unit a better slot 1 setup, but there isn't one. So this unit is probably going to be more suited for a slot 2, giving the slot 3 unit on that rotation the best chance to do some nice damage with this extra support. This is a lot. Raising extreme class allies attack by 40% for 1 turn is significant. Running him in the slot 1 though, probably not the best idea. So that's how the unit is. And in terms of links, we've got some pretty obscure ones like the Galactic Warriors and Heraclan, but then you got the big bad bosses. This is the big one, obviously. Thirst for Conquest, Revival, Shattering Limit, Legendary Power. If we take a look at some of his best link buddies here, obviously the TUR of the same unit gives 6 links. That's not ideal. So if you're thinking of Boujacks, this is the Boujack to go for. But neither of these units are slot 1s. So if you're going to be running these guys together, it's probably going to be on a rotation where maybe the opponent is sealed, stunned, or perhaps you're just not doing a red zone level event. For red zone, this Boujack, the Dokkan Festival one and the LR one, not exactly suitable for that. But this unit will be able to do some nice damage and get some nice setup. And plus, when you're lower on health, this unit's defense is going to be pretty insane. So with the possibility of 1 or maybe 2 supers, depending on your hit potential, he can be a pretty decent tank in certain situations. Taking a look at the units that link well with the unit, you're not seeing too many options here. When you get to 3, you can have units like Cooler, Garlic Jr. In terms of a 200% leader skill, I'm trying to think. The only one that I can think of, well, there's one that comes to mind. Actually, we'll take a look at that in just a second. But actually, going to the hidden potential build, if you guys are wondering how to build this unit, I can't exactly say for sure if I fully recommend this, because this is how my unit has been built up until now. But of course, once we do the showcase, we will see what the unit's best setup is. I feel like a nice healthy dose of critical and additional is important. This guy has the potential to do some pretty nice damage, especially when you're dominating early. But in terms of, you know, covering him defensively, you probably want to go for more defense because, like I said, if your defense is low, or if your health is low, your defense shoots up. And if your defense shoots up, that makes your super attack combo a lot more important. And if you can launch 2 supers, raising defense for 1 turn twice, that will make him a whole lot more significant. So we're probably going to try this on something like Cellmax to see. But let me know in the comments what you guys think the setup for the LR Boujack should be. I feel like for the time being, this is a pretty good setup. I'll change it if I need to. 16 additional, 15 crit, and then 5 dodge. Maybe there should be some more dodge if you want to throw him in slot 1. Since he's an int unit, he can be a viable slot 1 if you max out on dodge. But sometimes I just don't want to do that. Like, I'm not going to give every single unit a dodge. You know, just I got to learn how to use the unit better. So let me know what you guys think about that one. But now let's take a look at the event itself. So let's switch over here. The event is an LR EZA event, which means instead of 30 stages, it's going to be 10 stages, 3 stones earned per stage. Category of weakness is legendary power. This isn't exactly a category. This is a link, meaning you got to bring LR units and you have to have at least 2 on the team that are adjacent to catalyze this link. If they are not adjacent, this will not activate and the LRs will do normal damage or less damage than you'd expect. The category that helps you tank the damage is Entrusted Will. Not the best category in terms of leader skills, but there are some other options that you can put together, which we will go over in just a second. Standard event progression for an LR EZA, 10 stages, 3 stones earned per stage, with the extra 3 stones given for stage 7, giving you 33 dragon stones and also giving you some int kais. Now let's take a look at the Entrusted Will category. And in fact, let me move the game over here so we can actually see it all together. It'll be easier this way. So yeah, in terms of leader skill, your only option is the Trunks. Now, if you guys summon for the Yamcha Dokkan Festival, then you probably have this Trunks. So if you have this Trunks, you can just run that guy as the lead, and then you can throw whoever else you want on this team. Obviously, the more LRs, the better. But this will simplify your team building options if you're not someone who has too many different units. But if you don't have the Trunks, fear not, because there's actually a ton of different ways to go about this. I'm obviously not going to be able to go over every single option, but I am going to cover some ones that you might either know or ones that might not come to mind right away. So looking at the LRs here, you can see some common threads. You got like Goku's family, you got some Kamehameha. There's even a Miraculous Awakening. So let's go over some team builds for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going into the Extreme Z Battle preview screen. That way we can simulate the actual experience of compiling a team. Same type or the same name update doesn't apply to the EZAs. So if you're trying to run 2 Super Saiyan Gokus, it's not going to happen. See how this one lights up and this one goes away? You can't choose both. So because of that, we're going to set up our teams right now and go over some sample team builds. Let's start by pulling up the Entrusted Will LR list. This is what we've got, right? So if we want to run a full LR team, we can actually do that in a couple of different ways, but we'll start from the top here. Miraculous Awakening actually gives us a nice set of units that are Entrusted Will LRs. So we'll start there. So if we run this Goku as our lead for the Entrusted Will Miraculous Awakening combination, let's find that. Full match. We've got Gohan, we've got Goku, and we've got Gohan again. So 4 out of your 6 are taken care of, which means you've already got your 2 rotations straightened out. You can run any of these guys with anybody else. You get the Legendary Power Link, you're good to go. So now that we don't have enough LRs per se, we go down here to the TURs and we have a few more options. Nice link buddy for the MUI is the Int UI Goku, plus he's a nice stall tactic if you fall below 50. And then this guy actually can put up some nice numbers and guard when he transforms should the situation call for it. So there's your team right there. And what's funny enough about this team right here is this also functions as a Kamehameha team. So you literally can just swap the Gohan in front and put the Miraculous Awakening unit in the second slot. And your Kamehameha team is now fully set up. So this actually works in a multitude of different ways. And there are more options, but I want to show you guys that one real quick. Speaking of Kamehameha, let's go ahead and do that now. So let's remove Miraculous Awakening. Let's do a Kamehameha Entrusted Will. Actually, not Kamehameha. I think it's Goku. What is it? Goku's Family Super Saiyans? Yeah, so Entrusted Will. We want to do Goku's Family. And we want to do Android Cell Saga. Why? So that we can generate the 200% leader skill. Because right now, we don't have a 200% leader. So let's run this guy for the leader skill. We're not going to be using him as the main attacking unit. But then obviously, the Gohans will fit there, which is good. Then if we swap out the Super Saiyans for Android Cell, or the Super Saiyan and Android Cell Saga, we bring in 2 more LRs. So right there, we've got our 4 LRs on that combination. So now you can have 2 turns with full LRs, and then whoever's left over, I mean, bring whoever you want. You can bring this guy for crying out loud. But if you don't have those, well, you can always do fallback options at the 170% and just bring whoever else you got. If you want to not have the Android Cell Saga in there, you could bring in the Namek Goku again. Or if you don't want to do Super Saiyans, you just want to do Goku's Family. Well, look who's back. So these 4 LRs are really just getting a lot of mileage on your various different teams. It's pretty much just going to come down to them. But if you want a full team, and that also includes the LR Bardock, because you might think the LR Bardock should be an obvious choice for this, right? He's a super physical type leader. You can do that. You could go full mono type. In fact, let's do that real quick. Let's do mono type for Entrusted Will, and let's see what we get here. This guy would be our leader. We'd have to bring the Trunks as our running mate, and then we're gonna have to extend past that and go into the TURs. And actually, this Gotenks is a better leader skill because he leads at 130% stats instead of 120. So let's actually move the Bardock into the main core team. We'll have the Gotenks be the leader skill. We'll bring Piccolo so that he can scout all attacks. We'll bring a support with the future Super Saiyan Trunks, and we'll bring another support with the 50% Gohan. Most of you probably don't have this unit, so if you don't have that unit, just literally throw on anybody else. So this guy, I'm just going to throw him on. There's your team right there. So mono physical taken care of. So I mean, we're just going through some pretty nice teams now. if you want to think about it this way, forget the leader skill actually being entrusted will. Think outside the box. Let's go for a full Goku's family team. Why? Because if you look at all these LRs, there's a lot of Goku's family units here. So if we want to do Goku's family, let's start by getting a Goku's family leader skill. Not even at the TUR level. LR, either way. For example, let's just do the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. A lot of you probably have this guy. 180% leader skill. Now, throw on a Goku's family and entrusted will. And now you can also bring in the Bardock as well. And now you've got a full setup. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. There's a full LR team. You will never not be using the legendary power link. I feel like a team that might even perform better than this is going to be a hybrid Saiyans version of entrusted will. This might be the most powerful team that we can run. Let me actually take out entrusted will for now. If we just do hybrid LRs, you could run this beast Gohan. Physical, type advantage. And again, it's not about the category that does extra damage, it's the link. So actually, this beast Gohan will do quite nicely. So if we run him as the leader skill, and then we bring back hybrid Saiyans with a cross section with entrusted will, well, now you're in business. You bring in Trunks, you bring in Trunks, you bring in Trunks. I mean, you can just bring in anybody you want, right? This guy's obviously going to be great. This physical Trunks is going to be fantastic. You're facing an extreme opponent. You're going to get extra stats there. So, I mean, just run all these guys and boom, you're done. So I think this team is probably going to be the best one because you get that hybrid Saiyans and you get that bond of parent and child bonus. Every hybrid Saiyan, I believe, has that. There is no hybrid Saiyan that doesn't have bond of parent and child. That's not true. This guy doesn't have it. I was proven wrong right away. Does this guy have it? No, he doesn't. Of course not. No, he does. Wait. Why does this guy have it, but this guy doesn't? Am I blind? Did I just miss it? Bond of parent. Why doesn't this guy have it? What about his mom? He just left his mom in the future to come back and yeet Frieza. All right, that's weird. Well, anyway, this team is still good. Beast Gohan will do a bunch of the legwork. So there's your team. Finally, the last one, free to play. Y'all know I love me some free to play. We got to rep the free to play side on this particular event. So what do we got? For entrusted will LRs, we got these two units right here. That's all we need, honestly. We just need two LRs so we can trigger that effect, the legendary power link. So how do we do this? Let's reverse engineer. With this unit being a Vegeta's family leader, we can actually work from that. These two on the team. Let's do Vegeta's family. Find any other LRs. All right, we got Vegeta here. So now there's 3 LRs on the team. Now let's extend further than that. All right, so we've got a Vegeta's family setup going on here. This guy supports Vegeta's family at 20%. So let's add him plus type advantage. King Vegeta supports Vegeta's family at 25%, I believe. So let's add him. And I think that's pretty much it for supports. I can't really see anybody else. Does this guy, what does this guy do? No, he's not very good. What about this guy? He doesn't do anything either. Okay, you know what? We could probably just bring Tarble. Tarble doesn't really give us support that we want. I mean, we got siblings bond, but not really anybody here, right? Nobody here has siblings bond. All the Z Trunkses don't have a sibling yet, so that wouldn't count. Plus, Vegeta doesn't know about Tarble yet. So, yeah. This guy would pretty much only be here for the orb changing, but then he also gains extra dodge plus 30 with 2 or more Vegeta's family allies on the team. So, I mean, this is just an example of a team you can run. So there you have it. There's a free-to-play setup for the upcoming event. Like I said, it's going to be dropping tonight. What time tonight? It's going to be dropping 6.5 hours after reset, the same time as any banner would drop. I will probably not be going live tonight because I'm a little under the weather still. So I'm probably not going to be going live, but hopefully you guys are able to get this EZA done. And even if you don't have the unit, you can still get the 33 free stones. Is this unit a must-have? I don't believe so. I don't think this unit is a must-have. So do not, in my opinion, you know, it's up to you, but I would suggest that you do not pursue this unit on his Extreme Z LR banner whenever he shows up, because he's just not that worth it. But of course, showcases help. So if you're not sure, be sure to watch the showcase. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Boujack. What is the best build for the Boujack? Do you think this unit is actually good with this EZA? What is the best setup you would want for this Boujack on a team? And I think, by the way, Ginyu is the only Dokkan Festival 200% that I can think of. I cannot think of anybody else. So if there are any other 200%, let me know. And what is the team that you're going to be running for this LR Extreme Z Battle event? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let us know when I see more of my stuff. Thanks again. Stay tuned and don't forget to Dokkan responsibly.